Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. No criminal action against cops in alleged trimming of Rasta teen, DPP rules. Director of Public Prosecution, Paula Llewellyn, has ruled that no criminal action should be taken against a policewoman accused of cutting the hair of the Rastafarian woman Nsinga King. The ruling was one of several recommendations handed down to the Commissioner of the Independent Commission of Investigations INDECOM on Wednesday. The police corporal had been accused of cutting the hair of the 19-year-old Lionelton Clarendon resident after she was taken into custody. King was detained by cops following an incident at the Maypen Taxi Park. She was later charged. The DPP also recommended that no criminal action should be taken against a policeman against who an allegation of assault was made by King. The policeman is also the arresting officer. That the ODPP's recommendations in paragraphs 1 and 2 do not prelude Ms. King for pursuing civil remedies in relation to her complainant. The civil standard of proof is on a balance of probabilities, which is lower than the criminal standard. This being proved beyond a reasonable doubt, the ruling stated. It continued, no recommendation is made in respect of a possible investigation regarding Ms. King for the offence of creating public mischief. We are aware that the police authorities have primacy of decision-making regarding any investigation and the laying of charges. It is a matter entirely for them if they believe there is sufficient basis to pursue an investigation against Ms. King. They may choose to do so or they may decline. The DPP says she concurs with INDECOM that there should be a departmental inquiry into any possible observed administrative breaches pertaining to any failure by the police to make the relevant records that they were obliged so to do at the material time that Ms. King was detained at the Fort Pass police station. We also concur with INDECOM that Ms. Nsinga King should be afforded professional counseling. We strongly recommend this course be pursued by her family and any competent authority she ruled. It is alleged that about 4 p.m. on June 29 last year, King had an altercation with cops who were trying to arrest a man who was seated alongside her in a taxi. Following the incident, King was charged with misconduct and failing to wear a mask in public. Michael Gait president calls for increased security against abduction, robbery of student. President of the Guild of Students at the Micro University College in St. Andrew, Chavoy Lyons, has appealed for increased police presence in the vicinity of the institution amid concerns that students are being abducted and robbed there. Over the past couple of weeks, we have been hearing about frequent robberies, especially on Marsott Road as well as Arnold Road. I believe the stronger police presence is supposed to be on these streets, especially seeing that college students are living on campus and close by, Lyons said. He raised concern moments after hoodlums traveling in 2 Toyota Axio motor cars abducted and robbed a 21-year-old Guide member on Tuesday. The survivor, whose name is being withheld, reported that he left the university's campus shortly after 7 p.m. to buy food a relatively short distance away from Cross Road. According to him, purchasing meals off campus had become important because an administrator locked the kitchen on Mills Hall, leaving students who live there with nowhere to prepare food after 8 p.m. The student claimed that while he was waiting outside the campus for a taxi, a gray Toyota Axio motor car stopped beside him. Another car, a white Toyota Axio, appeared and its occupants reported ordered the students to go into the vehicle that had stopped earlier. The victim stated that he was taken to an area near the Education Ministry's headquarters and robbed of his cell phone, cash and bank card. He also was reportedly beaten and ordered to disclose banking information, which the hoodlums used to withdraw funds from his account. They said they were going to kill me, the student recounted, adding that the presumed killing was put on hold after one abductor encouraged his cronies to wait a while longer. The survivor said he, however, did not see the robbers with any weapon. Further reports are that the abductors forced the student to jump into a gully near the Education Ministry. I started running away in the gully until I saw the main road, added the student, who said he was left without fear and the pair of slippers he had. I walked back barefooted to the campus, he reported. I feel terrified. I don't even know what to say. I just feel like I want to cry because I am scared. I don't know what else may happen to me. I think I may just go back home to St. Thomas because this experience is awful. When the survivor returned to the Micro University College and related his ordeal, boarders there unloaded fury on the hoodlums as well as the university's administration. One of them fumed. Him, the survivor, never did have to leave to come back and tell details. A serious thing this. The kitchen and meals halls locked because Michael decided that the men not keeping it clean. They locked the kitchen, which forced some people to go on the road to get food. The administration at the university know about the robberies taking place in recent times and still locked down the kitchen where everybody should use. 40 men are used one small space for a kitchen. The guide President Loynes, in the meantime, stated that he was not aware of any formal decision to deny students access to the kitchen at any point. He promised to take the students' calls to the university's administrators. It is indeed scary. I feel it traumatizing my colleagues. They have to be walking in groups, lines added, our safety route now to cross road, especially in the evenings, to get something to eat is through taxis. If it is that our transportation means are not safe, then it leaves question as to what exactly is safe. Our next step as a council is to engage the university's administration as to how best we can have safer transportation or safer means to get to and from campus for our students. Woman charged in connection with huge Trelawney find. The woman who was arrested in connection with the seizure of 13 firearms and over 500 assorted rounds of ammunition in Florence Hall Village, Falmouth in Trelawney on Thursday, February 3rd, has been charged. She has been identified as 31-year-old Shanae Armstrong, a hairdresser of Beryl Crescent in Florence Hall. Armstrong is charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. Armstrong was arrested during a targeted operation in a community where 10 rifles, 2 submachine guns, 1 handgun, and 525 assorted rounds of ammunition were found. She was charged after a question and answer session on Tuesday, February 8. Man shot dead in front of basic school in Grange Hill. Residents of Grange Hill were left in shock on Wednesday when brazen gunmen killed a man in front of a basic school in Westmoreland community. According to the police, Javin Lowe, 26, of Patrick Drive in the area, was shot 6 times after dropping off a woman and a child at the school around 9 a.m. He rode off on his motorcycle when he was shot by 2 assailants. He was pronounced dead on the spot. Students at the school were sent home for the day following the fatal incident. The murder of Lowe was the latest in what Westmoreland Western MP Moreland Wilson described as a disturbing trend of murders in the area recently. I want to express condolences to the family, and I want to say that this is something we need to put a stop to. The police really need to step up their work. I know they are working, but there is still a gap somewhere because this murder that took place was just meters from the police station, he told reporters. We're seeing a wanton disregard for law enforcers in Grange Hill. Criminals are showing no consideration for law enforcers in the area, and it is a disturbing trend, Wilson said. According to the parliamentarian, the murder was particularly disturbing because it took place at the beginning of the school day while children were in classes. I am again calling for the implementation of a state of public emergency in the parish of Westmoreland on a whole. The one that was introduced here was extremely successful with the curtailing of criminal activities in Savannah Lamar, and we're seeing where criminals are migrating to Grange Hill and other areas. Some things needs to be done, he said. The Jamaica Labour Party's Bailiff Thompson, councillor caretaker of Grange Hill, said the area has been a hotbed for violent crimes for the last 6 years, and he also called for other increased security measures in the area. It's sad that it's like this, but it is the reality for the people living in Grange Hill. We wish we had a ZOZO, Zone of Special Operations, here too, until we get rid of some of the problems. More police presence in the area would be better because when the space is occupied by the security force, idle hands have less place to play, but right now we are just living with it. It's not nice, but that's what we are doing, Thompson stated. Digicel on board as sponsors of Carifa Games. Telecoms giant Digicel has joined forces with the local organization committee, LOC, for the CONCACAF Games in a partnership worth $12 million. The check was handed over in a press briefing on Wednesday at the office of the Jamaica Athletic Administration Association. In a release, Digicel branded marketing manager Kelly Williams said the company is proud of its long-standing relationship with development of athletics and sports talent in the region, adding that the CARIFA Games is where some of the finest talent in the region has been unearthed and that Digicel is exceedingly proud to bring the action to the people of this region. She noted that Digicel is proud to represent the best athletes in the region from grassroots to greatness. J3A President Garth Gale said he was pleased with the partnership and has given his assurance that the games will be staged using the best officials and volunteers available to ensure they meet is a resounding success. Chairman of the LOC, Dr. Mike Fennell, used his remarks to reiterate the mission of Jamaica to put on a successful event to ensure the junior athletes have a platform to showcase the talent that is in the region. The CARIFA Games will be held in Kingston at the National Stadium April 16 to 18. So far, just over 500 athletes have entered from 24 countries. Vendor-free roadways. Head of the Kingston Western Police Division, Superintendent Michael Phillips, and other security force personnel conducted a walkthrough of the downtown Kingston Market District Wednesday afternoon. Superintendent Phillips said the focus was to keep the roadway free from vendors. Housing solution for 2018 victims of Olympic Gardens fire. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has disclosed that the families who were displaced by a fire in Olympic Gardens, Kingston in November 2018 will be the beneficiaries of the free housing solution currently under construction. Holness made the disclosure during a tour of the constituency on Friday, February 4, when he visited the construction site. The Prime Minister noted that the rebuilding of the 12-unit property is spearheaded by the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development under the Indigent Social Housing Program. According to a release, the property will house approximately 18 families. Each unit is said to include a kitchenette, living room, bathroom, and bedroom. Reconstruction began in November last year, and it is estimated to be completed in May. We hear the constant call for housing solutions. We also hear the complaints regarding the price of the solutions. So, we have great demand for housing, but not everyone has the income to be able to afford a housing solution. So the government has gone very deep into the problem to figure out how we can bring solutions that match the income level of those who desire a housing solution for themselves, Holness stated. One of the victims of the fire, 65-year-old Lucinda Ritigarshan, said she is looking forward to its completion. This made me feel good, and I can't wait for it to be finished so that I can come back and live comfortable, she said. According to Holness, the land has housed the beneficiaries' families since the 1950s. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.